am stopped because there are geese and goslings in front of me. So I'm trying to leave our home, and they don't care. They don't care. I don't want to drive real fast or drive up on them. I don't want to take a risk of hitting one of the goslings, and I don't want to harass the animals either. I don't know where they're going. They're not going very fast. I wish they would waddle to the left and get out of the way. There we go. They're looking for a place to go, but they're not. Now they're going to go on the main road, which is where they're going to get hit by a car. Hopefully they'll go right back up. There we go. There you go. Stay out of the road, guys. Oh, goodness.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We had a great weekend, feel like we made a lot of progress. I'm back on the build in the middle of the week. It's late afternoon. I've been up here doing some prep work, getting the joist ready. The end of the joist came over the edge of that top plate on this wall right here, and it ranged from 1 inch to 1.5 inches, so I had to go through and cut them so that they were all flush. But I'm ready to build up the walls on the top of these 2 closets to go up and meet the ceiling. Now, it's a little muggy in here right now tonight. It is raining outside, so the humidity is pretty high out there. The humidity in here is about 60 degrees, and I'm afraid it's going to climb a little bit. I'm trying to keep the windows closed. I don't want to let any of the, even though it's cooler outside, I don't want to let any of that air inside because it's going to have a higher moisture content. So I'm trying not to have to bring a dehumidifier in here, because I know once you get up too high above 60%, it starts getting a little funky and things have a tendency to start wanting to grow. The regular workday has ended. Jafana's up here now. And of course, Apollo is stuck to her like a little Velcro puppy, because that's just the way it is. And even on a rainy day, she cannot stay out of those flowers. She's gonna track mud all in here. Your flowers doing okay?
Yes. So you're moving that wall right there?
I'm moving this center wall just slightly that direction.
Oh, so that
This is the beam.
The inside framing was put up before the SIPS panels were put up, before the beams and before the ceiling was put up. Unfortunately, the top of that separator between those two closets does not line up properly with the roof, so that when we extend that all the way up to the ceiling, it's going to hit the beam. The easiest thing for me to do is just cut it and move it about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and that way it'll line up, everything will look good.
That's free.
That's free. Yeah, so in the back, if you put the level next to the wood, it does not hit it. It's just to the side of it, but it's also, it's not exactly straight. It'll straighten out at the top of this thing.
Okay.
I'll fix that. I'm leaving it where it is in the back. I'm moving this one over so that we can take it straight up and not have
Do you
that
need the
issue.
plumb or just use the level?
I'm gonna use the level.
He's so needy. Didn't you pay attention?
Yeah, honey, he was trying to sit in my lap when I was driving. No, I'm good. All right. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Another day up on the build. Let me show you what I got going on today. Now, it's the afternoon. You can see I've got a dirty old hose here. I went and dug that out of a pile of things I got stacked up over by the other shed. I got another one. If we hook them together, we can at least get down to these trees right here. I was asking about a coupling for this tote, and you guys really came through, had lots of great suggestions. This is what I settled on. I was able to find this. I'm getting bugs all over me. I was able to find this out on the internet. It has, somebody described it perfectly. They said what the name of it was. And I think a cam, twin cam. Anyway, it creates this little, this metal arm creates this little, I guess it's a cam, little detent ball that latches onto the bottom of this. So this should grab hold very nicely. Before I put it on there, I'm going to go ahead and get this hose on here. I've read the reviews and it said that it does just fine unless you torque down too much trying to put that hose on, and then it can break. And that puppy was over 40 bucks, so I don't want to break it. Let's see what we can do here. Make sure that's got a gasket. Yeah, it does. Seems fairly snug. Open it up, and then I guess you put it on. It looks like that's how it locks in. It just slides right on, and then you latch it down from the side. Well, yeah, it seems to grab it pretty good. I guess I'll find out here in a minute how watertight that is. It's got a big rubber gasket inside of it. You know what? I think this hose is clogged, because this is not happening. And it surely should be. No, I can't blow into it. It just blows out past my beard, so that ain't gonna work. Nope. I really don't want to put my mouth on this thing. Doesn't seem like a good idea. No. It is definitely clogged. I would think that amount of water pressure that comes out of that tote would blow this thing out without a problem.
May not learn as fast as I should sometimes, but eventually I do learn. I went ahead and switched hoses.
Well, this one's working. Well, I swapped hoses because one was completely blocked. I may try to get it later, but I can hear this one bubbling at least. It's a little nasty, but that's water. So yeah. So fan is here, and we got this little fancy faucet. Let's see if I can turn this thing. I think that's how you turn it off. There we go. There we go. That ain't bad. That's pretty good given the effects of gravity. That's nice. I'll wash my hands off. I might as well water the tree while I'm doing it. Yeah, before I head in here and get to work, I wanted to share something interesting. We planted 3 Yoshino cherry trees about 1.5 years ago. One of them died, but the other 2 seem to be doing very well, and they are bearing fruit. Now, I read up on it, and apparently they're too bitter for humans to enjoy, but I think it's cool that they're bearing fruit. It's nice to know that we have lots of things out here that are producing different food sources for the bees and the birds and all that sort of thing. That's kind of cool. We didn't have a lot of time today, so I didn't even turn the camera on, but I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what we did. Instead of hooking up the nailer and getting the air tank all set up, I just went ahead and measured and cut and got a lot of pieces pre-cut so that when I roll up in here tomorrow or Saturday, I can jump up there and start nailing things into place. So I think it's going to make things go a lot faster. I expect to have all of the framing finished by the end of the day Saturday and be able to move on to some other godforsaken part of this thing that I put off and didn't do and should have done. But that at least will get us done with all the framing part, and we'll be on to the next part. And now I'm wet with water. It's probably been in this thing for years. So, might get typhoid from that, who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna blow my ears out. Good Lord.